Well, hello there. It's it's been a while, hasn't it? Of me recording anything for my channel. Well, we're gonna start back up where we not where we left off, but here's what the last thing that I finished on my YouTube channel, right? Which is, recreating the fan art that I saw on Google Images. I forgot to post. Hmm. Well, anyway, this is a really good fan art. I just kind of recreated it in Minecraft. You know, pretty nice, pretty nice. This is the last thing that I did on Minecraft, right? And the thing that you'll probably be asking right now is why don't I have my camera on? And it's because I look disgusting right now. I just feel like showing gameplay and just my voice rather than you seeing me in like orange lighting. Although right now it's 11 a.m. I will say the main reason I haven't been posting in a while is because school has been so rough these past few weeks, and I've been having to focus on that. But I will admit that I'm not doing great, and it doesn't feel great because I'm trying to work hard on like enjoying what little I have right now before you know because I was pretty depressed beforehand, and that's why I made these videos so I could try and cope with what's been happening in the with the world situation and all. But here we are, and hopefully I'm doing better now. But school wise, it's kind of been rough. But that aside, let us come back to here. And I will admit, I've been playing on Minecraft a lot with my friends and coming up with a lot of ideas of what to do on this server. Stuff that I haven't showed you and I really want to show you because there's so many things that I've done. And the first of all, and the reason that I start here is because you can already notice a change if I just back up and show you what's down here and I'm on the top of, is that I made like a little stable here because I wanted a place where horses to be, and I am going to make a place where you can buy horses later. But for now, this is just going to be a simple thing of horses are just going to be here. And the main thing that I did in this city, in this little tiny paradise, is I made my own home. Finally, I moved all my stuff from that little back alley storage dump, all the way over here to a little nice home that I built for myself as a temporary establishment. Here's where I just keep all my stuff, anything that I have, that I've been exploring. Yeah, and I got an elytra, by the way. I don't remember if I ever told anyone about it, but I finally got an elytra with the help of my friend Seth. So now I've been like going over to places so much quicker with that. And I've made a little library here. Now this library, I did kind of make it like just out of a whim. Try to copy the similar style as the houses there. Add some glass windows and all, and try and make it look nice. Although this back part is a little just plain. I want to do something within the back, but I don't know. We could put some like posters in the back and some graffiti art. But yeah, the main reason I wanted to create this library is for this map here. This took me so long to create a map of this entire world, and I finally did it. And you can see I've labeled like places where we are obviously building in. For example, South Hess that is Seth's Sky Islands area. So he'll be making all of his, troops there. He's gonna make a whole story about South Hess and an eventual North Hess, wherever it is. But we're not gonna. We're gonna discuss it later and how that's gonna work out. For now, he needs to build up his South Hess, and then create North Hess whenever he does. My house is over here, is in the iceberg. I don't feel like I've shown it before, and it's a little itty bitty ice ocean, which I did notice that it's very tiny compared to like these places, or even on the right here, or down here. It's super tiny. I never knew. I guess like when I was exploring, I went just pure this way, and I thought that was the only spot that I'd find with that. But I guess a little bit more further, and I'd find bigger biomes, or this side of I'd find bigger biomes of that. But it's fine. I'd probably end up taking a. I'll probably end up making a story where this is a chunk of somewhere else, and that it's been placed there for a reason. So, or well, for a reason, more so like a mystery aspect of like why is there this little chunk of ice here, and what happened to this world that made it so that things warp around every so often. That's the kind of story I want to build. Anyway, mm, Ryan's place is just straight west. He's over here on this little shoreline, in this little ocean area that's kind of a lake, but more so kind of a big lake, but more so just part of the ocean. Is like I think there's a connection there, and this is like a big swamp biome, so it's like it's like a little inlet from the bigger ocean area. And then Chris's place is way out here in the middle of an ocean. I do not know why you decided to build over here. Am I missing a piece there? I might be missing a piece there. I'm missing a few pieces there that I need to discover. It's fine though. Needs a piece there. It's fine though. Yeah, I did have to explore everything around here, and all I can say is that there's still a lot to this little area that I have. Kind of neat, kind of neat. But yeah, the end portal's down here. What I want to do, right, is I want to be able to create villages and start them up, and make a story, make a eventually make a D&D story about this world, D&D-esque story. I'm not very sure on what to do with it yet, but I would like to. For example, right now we're starting here in a very like peaceful area because it's just mainly a plains biome, a little forest biome, and so my initial thought for the name of this village here is not fire Peaceful Meadows, because I like the word meadows, and I was thinking like these meadows. We start off in a meadow, and then we slowly integrate into like a foresty area. So I was just thinking Peaceful Meadows because there's not really much here. And then over here, I'm gonna name it Bara Hills because I have a whole bunch of roses there. I don't know if you saw, but those roses in Japanese means bara, I think. Uh, I'm gonna need to get that checked later, but that's why I call it Bara Hills for now because it's like a very hilly area. And this will be in the quote unquote story. This will be like a sister village to the one that we're in now, and that they trade pretty often. They're very near each other, so they get to talk very often. So they're gonna know everything about each other. And yeah, but what I want to do is definitely like make it so that this village is set, and we don't need to do anything else with this village. And then as well as the other village is going to be created, and we're going to put some story elements in it, like that's why I have this library as well. It's going to have sort of an archive of the entire history of this world, and I want to be able to write a little bit of a story of what we could, what could that could be, but I'm not exactly sure what how it would all work together. For now, it's gonna be fine though. For now, we're just gonna start building stuff and then integrate that into the story. For example, when I pitched this idea to Seth, he was like, "Dude, I want to build a tavern or an inn for this area that the people who visit this area can sleep in and stay." And this is exactly what this building is for right now. We're in the process of making it, but it's looking really nice. Right over here, this is the tavern area where people can sit down and eat. Seth did a lot of the designing of the actual house, and I kind of helped out with the materials and giving ideas as to what fits where. Uh, this design the carpet. I put these little lamps here, and we made this little like bar area where people can come in and get their drinks, and we're gonna have a little stock area or like a underground back area here where things might happen in the back, as well as this area is just gonna be the actual um, inn where you can just stay over. This is the cheap area, and up top is the more expensive area. Of course, here is just like a little balcony where you can just hang around, talk, and look around the room. And over here is going to be the more expensive area, and the area where some secret dealings are being made. Where you got to talk with someone. Hey, I got a deal for you. How about we do this kind of thing? That's the kind of feeling we're trying to get at with this tavern inn area. So that's what I have right now. I kind of cleared this lake out because I want to make it a bit of a much more clean area. Because at the beginning of this, it was like just completely flat, one block, and it just kind of felt really empty. It was just a very flat little pond area, and I want to make it an actual little good lake that you can sit by, see some maybe little fishes walking around, not walking, swimming around. And yeah. And I made a little marker here that I want to be able to connect the pathway from here to Bara Hills later on. But it's not exactly necessary at the moment. And I do have an area back here where we could develop more as well. We could make a pathway down this way to this lake and then do something here. But it's not exactly necessary because I feel like what we have already is fairly decent size anyway. And this is a little forest here. We have plenty of space around here to build this area. I built some pathways beforehand over here, and we still have plenty of area there on this side as well. So we're definitely not running out of space at all, and we're gonna have to have an area dedicated to this nether portal as well. Yeah, this is my old storage dump, and I'm just gonna cover it up because yeah, didn't really look nice. Down here was just a place where I would farm different types of trees. So right over there, birch. Here I have the acacia, and I see how I used to have the dark oak here, but I built them over there just for space reasons. We don't have the sheep anymore here because we have that sheep farm over there, and we don't need to use these sheep anymore, so I got rid of them. They're now in my tummy, so it's all good. And these cows are a problem. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I want to make a place where I want to make a little village where you can actually farm the cows, but this village is getting a little bit bigger than I anticipated. So what I'm probably gonna do is the area down here where the Iron Golem farm is, I'm going to end up expanding this way. And I know spawn is around this area, so I want to expand westwards a little bit and just kind of make this area like a grazing area for the cows. And then like I'll put like fences and everything over here, and then I'll have a really then we'll have like a proper cow farm there, and so then that'll supply the meat to this village per se. Now that I think that's what I'm planning to build today, but for now it's kind of catch up duty. So we're gonna go now to Barra Hills. Actually, let's go. So this, you remember the regular way to get here. From over here, I want to make a little bit. Actually, let me go through the map again. My bad. Um, the idea is definitely that you enter this way and come in to visit, you know, this village here, and you can park your horse there and kind of chill out, go to the inn. The regular way is just to go straight forward this way. But I also want to build a pathway this way around this river, so you don't have to do this crossing the rivers thing, because it is quite annoying to cross the river and make a bridge. So I want to make a pathway like that goes around here. And I already have like a gate here that'll be perfect. But this area is what I've been trying to develop as well. We already have iron golems here because the villagers are actually starting to multiply pretty heavily, and they want some help, which is good, which is good. And so I've been building a lot here as well to try and build up the civilization in no sense. So, we started off with this bee farm, all these roses, that little shack for my little trader. Who's now like down there stuck because he escaped. Too bad, you're gonna be there for a while unless I somehow get you back here. But this place will definitely be more of like a newer established village. There's gonna be a lot of things that are in construction here, and a lot of that comes from the fact that this back area here and back here is definitely all stone. I'm gonna leave it as stone because it's gonna be like a excavation area where they're trying to excavate um, minerals, um, ores, and possibly even some fossils or some artifacts of the ancient history. And so that's what I'll do over here. I'll definitely have like an area here dedicated to just like fossils and stuff. And this is gonna be a government building. Not exactly set on what I want to do with it yet. Well, I do. This is kind of just government building that's gonna have like local files. And I was gonna make another library here, but I'm not exactly sure I have enough space anymore. I'll think about it. But this is the definite thing that I have. Is gonna have a basement, like secret stuff that has happened in this area. It's like, oh, forbidden, you can't know this kind of information. And the zombie farm is still here. It's just yet to get through this trapdoor. to get there. But for obvious reasons, I have it closed. Did I break this? Oh, I did break this. I forgot. I forgot that I broke this because I ended up like scooping up some water and yeah, that broke it. So I'll have to fix that later. That's not a terribly important thing to do. But yeah, this will slowly be working up. This is just more of like if am feeling like building here, I'll end up building here. If I don't, I'll just do something else. I do think I end up following Ethos Lab. Since I watched his videos a lot back in the day, I follow his kind of idea about around building is that you start a project, you go to the next one, even though you haven't finished that one, you start a new project, and then go like halfway through that, you start a new project. Halfway through that, you start a new project, and then you just go back to the ones that you've done previously every once in a while just to build it up. So yeah, that's the kind of catch up deal we have right now. And so yeah. Is there anything else that I've done so far in this area? I don't think so. These were the main things that we've made so far that I think are very impressive. These my house, Bar Hills, and the tavern area. I'm gonna expand over here a little bit, and we'll see. I have some coordinates of a jungle village that I'll eventually be making, but I don't want to commit to it yet because once I start, then I'm gonna have to like actually try and build it up, but not exactly sure yet. And my general area is I'm gonna have it around here because if you see this, our places are kind of pretty evenly far apart. And if I make a village like around here, it'll be a good distance away from the regular village so that you don't end up mixing it up with any of the other places. I will also create a village where the end portal is, but I'm not exactly sure how to because it's like in the middle of a plains biome and a swamp biome. And I'm thinking that will be a more darker uh, village area that are trying to uncover certain darker mysteries and they end up finding the end portal. But I'm not entirely sure what to do with that. Oh, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. We could have it so that there are a few like already established, like world what's it called? Um already created villages down in this desert area. What I might want to do is set up a desert uh village maybe around here in this area where it kind of tells of a story or you kind of you kind of hear rumors of like dark people entering the city, bringing very valuable goods, but just end up disappearing out of nowhere, and they always end up coming from the east. And so then you'll have people who are like, okay, let's try and go follow the east coast and see what we can find, and you'll find this little dark area, dark place for now. Chris's place is in the middle of the ocean, and that's kind of difficult to integrate, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Oh, I forgot this island exists. Hmm. But I do want to end up creating many different types of villages. So I'm not exactly sure. Because I do want to try different type of styles. Like right now here is just plain wood, a little bit of clay, cobblestone, and wooden planks, kind of general style here and over in Barra Hills. But in terms of uh, making a jungle village, it'll definitely have a more open, uh, cooler environment. You want an open environment, but to make it so that it looks like air is kind of trying to flow through everywhere, so that you're very cool when the summer heat is coming up. So that's the kind of feeling that I get in the village area, and there's probably not going to be a lot of glass there. Maybe, depending on what I think works there. There'll definitely be a lot of like jungle, tall jungle, um, like tree houses, and many different staircases. What I'm imagining. So if you play Breath of the Wild, Rito Village, but jungle is what I'm gonna try and go for. Um, and I've also seen a uh, taiga biome, taiga biome village down this way that really seemed like a very warm environment, and it felt warm. And I want to maybe recreate that, or take that village that is over there and kind of expand on it, but not exactly sure yet on that. And then, of course, maybe one mountainous village that's like very high up in the mountains, uh, more stone, breaking wood up. Well, there'd be a lot of wood. Actually, there would be a lot of wood, more darker wood though, to keep them warm in the high up places. Doing a lot of thinking. I'm at work too. I did a beach village, but I've yet to find a good beach village area. The only one I can think of is that that right there is a really nice pool, but it's kind of close, so I'm not really a fan of it yet. Yeah, that's the kind of idea I'm going for in this little world I have. Not, it's definitely not little, but it's definitely unique. Hopefully, up here, I think right here, that's uh, it's jungle, but all the bamboo stuff is there, and so I really want to find a panda there and take it home. But that's again for another project that I want to do is create a uh, not museum, a zoo for with all the little creatures that exist in Minecraft. But I don't have the necessary you know place to do it yet, because if I were going to do it here, I don't think it'd fit. If I were to, where would I do it though? It wouldn't be in a. It'd have to be like in a beach. It'd have to be in the beach. Would it in the beach biome? The beach village, I mean. No, it'd have to be in another forest village, but not this one. Not this one. Not exactly sure yet. I'll think about it later though. But for now, let us think about how are you going to expand this area. Okay, one thing I guess we can do right now. Should I go this way? No, I'm just gonna take the nether. Nether, right? Yeah. I need a bed though. I need to put a bed there. I'll bring a bed since we have so many here. What was I gonna use this dirt for? Not exactly sure. You know, I'll end the recording here for now, so that this is just a full recap episode, and then the next episode will just be me trying to build up and think about what I'm gonna do with this area. All right. See you in a bit.